now if you're standing, you can stay in this position if you want, or you can widen your stance into what's called a horse stance. So I leave it up to you. If you're coming into a horse stance, again, you want the feet to be parallel, and what you're going to do here is just sink down in the knees. So keeping the back straight, keeping the tailbone tucked under. You don't want to be leaning forwards and putting pressure on your lower back for this. So if this is not comfortable for you, just come back to the hip width distance apart stance. And if you're sitting, just stay as you are, and you can work with the arm movements for this. So we're going to do a lovely flowing practice now, which is a variation of an exercise I teach in my Space to Relax paid membership program. And that exercise is called Swimming Dragon. So those of you who are members and watching this, you will have done Swimming Dragon before, if you've got to a certain level in the program. If you haven't done this before, this one is an easier variation of Swimming Dragon, which is much more suitable for beginners, but also for anyone who might have issues with lifting their shoulders or their arms above shoulder level. So if you have shoulder or neck problems, this is a much more gentle practice, which you might find more suitable for you. It's also less complicated and much easier to remember than the full version of the Swimming Dragon. So beginning by just bringing the hands together, and the palms are at heart center level, elbows are up, kind of not at shoulder level, but level with the wrists, not dropping down like this. Okay. And actually what we'll do is just begin to start with a couple of upper back opening exercises just before we start the Swimming Dragon. So from here now, what I'd like you to do is lift the hands up, keep the shoulders relaxed, just point the fingers a little bit further up towards the ceiling. So the hands are at maybe forehead level. And from here, move them away from you, maybe by a couple of inches. And now bring your elbows down to try and get them to meet each other. They maybe won't meet, but what you should feel is a lovely stretch along the tops of the shoulders, along the trapezius muscles and into the upper back. And then relax the elbows. Breathe in, breathe out. Bringing the elbows together as you breathe out. Breathing in, relax. Breathe out, feeling that lovely stretch and extension in the upper back and the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, elbows come up. Breathe out, elbows come to meet each other. And now maybe try with your eyes closed and see how that feels. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose, dropping the elbows to meet each other. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. And just relaxing the arms down and maybe giving the shoulders a little shake out. So hopefully that was a nice little extension that you feel around the backs and the tops of the shoulders. If you work in an office or you're driving a lot, you feel the tension often accumulating in the shoulders. So our shoulders end up by our earlobes by the end of the day. What we want to do is stretch out all the back of the shoulder muscles, the upper back area, take the pressure off it a little bit. So coming back now to our prayer position. And what I'd like you to do now is just shift your weight over to one side. So just moving to one side or the other, go the same direction as me as you see it if you want. And as you do that, move the hands to the same side, keeping that elbow up, both the elbows up, and look in the opposite direction. And now, look forward, shift the weight and the arms back to the center. Now go to the other side, shift the weight, shift the arms, and look away from the hands, over the opposite shoulder. Look forward and come back. Shift and look away. So we're going to bring a little bit more fluidity into this movement now. So you're moving from side to side, thinking of lovely flowing, continuous movement. And if you're sitting, you obviously are not shifting the weight, but you're still able to get the benefit from this exercise by moving the arms and, very importantly, twisting in the head and neck. And obviously, don't go into any pain with this. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And the benefit of the swimming dragon exercise is manyfold. It really is a whole body exercise which will invigorate you, energize you, really help circulate the chi around the whole of the body. But also it's reputed to be excellent for people with certain health conditions like type 2 diabetes to help stabilize blood sugar levels. It's also reputed to be excellent for longevity. If you want to live a little bit longer, regular swimming dragon practice is highly recommended. It's also a lovely exercise for the spine because you can see that by turning the head and the neck area, that's creating a little bit of a twist that goes down the spine. And the full version of the swimming dragon, which I teach in my program, has even more of that twisting action going on. But this is keeping it nice and simple as a lovely beginner exercise for you all. Now with the breathing, you probably find that you're just naturally doing it anyway, but I'm breathing in as I come back to the center and breathing out as I go to the side. The breath is in and out through the nose. And please, again, don't be concerned too much about the exactness of this movement. I'd much rather you feel this movement as sloppy and flowing so that you feel really comfortable and relaxed. So I could go even more sloppy with this and be very kind of allowing myself to drop my elbows, drop my shoulders, kind of lean into it more if I feel a little bit more of a stretch is needed. So really whatever you want, you could go a little bit higher with the arms if you feel you want to. So really now start to play around with this movement, really kind of feeling into whatever you think you need to feel that bit more ease, bit more comfort in your body. Just enjoy exploring the range of these movements. You can even go a little bit further down, but please don't try to lean forward too much because that will put stress on your back. So if you're going down, make it more of a side stretch so you feel something down the sides of the body rather than stretching into your lower back. So not forgetting to twist the head in the opposite direction if your neck allows it. And if you're in a horse stance, you're probably by now feeling quite hot and feeling the thighs burning a little bit, getting and doing a little bit of work. So it's physically a very strengthening practice as well. And now just coming back to the center, allowing the hands to drop down by your sides, giving the arms a little shake. And if you're in a horse stance, stepping back into the center with the feet hip width distance apart again. And we're just going to finish the practice today with a little bit of vibrating. So just bouncing up and down on the knees. If you're sitting, bounce with the shoulders and the waist. Be very relaxed. Feeling that lovely springiness in the ankles, in the knees. Again, don't put pressure on any of your joints. Don't be in pain. just really enjoying even the smallest movement, which can be significant in terms of encouraging your chi to flow. Be relaxed in the wrists, in the head and the neck. Maybe just turning a little from side to side, just to ease out the back. Breathing in and out through the nose still, and smiling. And coming back to rest. Arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Feeling into the whole body now. How does your body feel? How is your breathing? How does your mind feel? Did you feel during that practice that you were thinking about what you were going to have for dinner this evening, or what was on the shopping list, or what you had to do at work? Or did you feel as though you were in the present moment, really thinking about what was going on with all of the movements and the breath and your mind? Qigong is absolutely fantastic for bringing you into the present. And a lot of our worries and our fears are connected with the future. So if we can stay in the present as much as possible, and Qigong is one way in which you can do that, then this will help to relieve a lot of stress in our lives.